Good morning from Europe. This is Ahura, and we'll be with you on to this Tuesday, September 22nd, with the markets update as every day that we have this daily markets updates. Checking the economic data published from yesterday till now so far, and then we're going to check the market conditions as well. Yesterday, as we know, the China held the interest rate unchanged for 1 and 5 years loan prime rates at 3 and 3.50%, as it was expected. In Turkey, consumer confidence slipped sharply, while the government debts also increased. I mean, the consumer confidence eased, government debt increased in Turkey. These data shows that the Turkish lira can be slightly more under pressure. As more data to watch, more data to see and watch, we had a Canadian inflation data, producer, Canadian raw material data, and industrial or producer price index for the industries. As we could see, the Canadian producer price slightly increased, raw material slightly, the price of the raw material slightly decreased. U.S. economic activities improved as we had the Chicago Fed national activity reports. French Treasury bond yields were steady, didn't change. Eurozone consumer confidence slightly improved. Turkey's government debt, as I mentioned, increased. In the U.S., Treasury yields, Treasury bills yields again lowered for 3 and 6 months from 3.90 to 3.86 and 3.71 to 3.70 for 3 and 6 months respectively. In South Korea, producer price slightly eased, while in India, economic activities as the PMI data shows, lowered, but strong expectations they have for September. In Australia, that was in India, and in Australia, business activities, as we could see in PMI number, slightly eased. Today, later, we will have more PMI numbers from most European and from most developing economies in Europe, UK, and also United States. We generally expect to see slightly better than expected and better compared to previous months, also better numbers for the PMIs, like service PMIs and composite both. In Mexico also, we're expecting to see the retail sales data, which shows that the retail sales improves still. The retail sales still is concerned and falling in Mexico. The retail sales improvement is the big concern right now in Mexico. The consumers, they do not spend too much money in the market. Mexico Central Bank held interest rates unchanged, but probably the next meeting they're going to cut their rates with these data that we can see here. In Argentina, also, we're going to have the retail sales, which is expected to increase by 3% annually in July. Looking at the charts, we can see that the market index after current condition and after yesterday, don't forget that I have to mention about the speeches today. We're going to have the two different other Fed member speakers as well. Speakers that yesterday we had, they all mentioned mostly about the being the more cautious before another rate cut, because the market right now should focus, the policymakers and markets right now should focus more on the inflation, as the inflation is still high, almost 1%. So that can increase the, as mentioned earlier, also we talked about that earlier. So this disagreements between the Fed members can increase the market risk and uncertainty, as you can see here, in line with other geopolitical tensions. VIX moves again above 18, while the US dollar index, despite yesterday's slight ease, is still trading around 97 and a higher. While dollar still strong, the gold is printing new all-time high, trading right now at $3,755. Same for the silver. The silver also, despite slight correction that we had, about like less than 20 cents correction, but generally the price is still positive. On the energy market, gas, despite yesterday's correction, still positive in a bigger picture. That is trading above $3, while the oil or WTI continuing its slight movement. On the energy market, Market is getting more cautious, especially after yesterday's speeches, and also getting closer to the to Friday's personal income and spending data and personal inflation numbers. Market we expect to see more cautious reactions from the stock market, especially in the next days. Same thing we can see in S&P 500, in Nasdaq, and also in Dow Jones 30. As for other markets, cryptocurrencies, especially the Bitcoin, with losing huge the expired too many of futures expired on Tuesday and going to it will expire today, and we have a huge amount of expiring the just like biggest amounts biggest I mean the agreement that can be expired in the history of the cryptocurrency will be expired on Friday, and all these expiring the futures agreements can put the cryptocurrencies in the risk. Fundamentally, technically, still we cannot confirm the downtrend, but still with this data, we can say that at least for now we can be more cautious, and it's not a good time to buy the Bitcoin right now. Sounds like this, so we have to sell or either we have to wait more for more confirmation about the price movement. Okay, that was the market update. If you had any other question, don't forget to write in the comment section. We'll try to get back to you again tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye bye.